As someone who draws stick figures for a living, I wanted to explore different art styles in order to sharpen my skills as a content creator. So I decided to explore the Museum of Modern Art in the city to get some inspiration. And oh boy, did I get inspired. I realized that instead of being a YouTuber, I should just be a sophisticated artist and spend my time in front of a canvas going, Schist un chef de voix, je dois comme oui, oui, while smoking a cigarette and drinking some wine. But unfortunately, the RNG gods placed me in the body of a 24-year-old Latino man who could barely pronounce the word adolescence.
Adolescence.
So in today's episode of Business Explained, we'll be discovering different modern art pieces, finding how much money they were sold for, and answering the most asked question of all time. Is modern art actually art, or is it just straight up fucking money laundering? Modern art is classified as anything from the 1860s to the 1970s, but today I'll be going over contemporary art, aka modern art. I'm pretty sure we've all seen the tape banana on the wall that was sold for $6 million, or the 24-karat solid gold toilet that was sold for $1.7 million. But we're going to go over more obscure and less known contemporary art pieces that were sold in recent auctions. We're going to start off big with this piece right here titled Compliments by Bryce Martin. Apparently this painting took him 3 years to make, which I'm honestly impressed about, because it would take a normal person like myself about 10 to 15 years to even paint the canvas orange and black, let alone paint different color squiggly lines. Calling it a day and thinking, I'm going to name this painting Compliments, and then slapping a $30 million price tag on it. Now I know most of you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck, a 10-year-old can draw this shit, bruh. And that's where you're wrong. You see, as a connoisseur of the fine arts, I've realized that most paintings are more about the meaning than the art itself. Or as Edvard Munch once said, dans mon siècle, José essaie d'expliquer la vie et son sens chez genre de trucs, which is French for, in my art I have tried to explain life and its meaning, type shit. So in order to justify its $30 million price tag, we must explore the meaning behind the painting and find out what exactly Compliments is about. Bryce Martin's complementary paintings, most notably the large-scale work Compliments from 2004 to 2007, are a complex exploration of color, light, perception, and the physical act of painting. So there's no meaning behind this fucking shit right here. Yeah, whoever bought this shit got scammed out of like $30 million, bruh. When I have put all I can into it and it really breathes, I stop. Bryce Martin's Compliments. Wow. Oh, this is so cringe. Now for our next painting, we have Gerard Richter's Abstracts Bild 6492. This painting sold for a whopping $27.6 million, and according to ArtNews.com, Richter made this by pulling paint across a canvas to create a smudgy effect, which means that you're essentially just dragging the paint and then using cloth or a towel and patting it on the canvas. Now once again, you're probably thinking, this looks like if a bunch of fucking Care Bears threw up on the canvas and decided to defraud the IRS with it. But once again, you are wrong. Since I sexually identify myself as French, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that this painting has more depth and meaning than Bryce Martin's Compliments. To the untrained eye, it looks like if Richter just said fuck it and jerked off multiple buckets of paint at the exact same time, but that couldn't be further from the truth, and I'm going to prove it to you once and for all. Abstracts Bild is a 1987 abstract painting by Gerard Richter that represents the artist's mastery of layered, chaotic, and chance-based painting techniques using a large squeegee.
Oh my God!
Its meaning lies in its exploration of visual perception, the paradox of creating order out of chaos, and the complex interplay between control and chance, resulting in a work that is both structured and spontaneous. Exploration of perception. The work is a powerful example of Richter's project, which is to explore the paradoxes of perception and the limits of what we can know about the world through visual representation, according to Singular Art. And this YouTube video,
The abstract forms are open to interpretation, inviting the viewer to engage with work emotionally rather than trying to find a representational subject. Yes. A balance of opposites abstracts the build, embodies a balance between opposing forces, hard and soft, structural and ephemeral, and both photographic and abstract qualities. This tension is central to the work's power and its ability to evoke strong, emotional, and even violent responses. As noted in this YouTube video, I don't know why that's so funny to me. What the fuck? This is the face of a man that knows he just finessed the system out of $30 million. I mean, I won't lie. If I did something like this and I got paid $30 million, yeah, I would be laughing my way to the bank 100%. I can't even knock his hustle, bro.
Now, quite frankly, I'm getting tired of the non-believers who shit on modern art by calling it pretentious and shallow. It's time that someone stood up against the non-French and teach these paysans that it takes skill and talent to make these generational masterpieces. And so my journey began to show the world that contemporary art is in fact not a means of money laundering, and that the art world isn't full of pretentious douchebags who live off their daddy's trust fund. But in order to prove that everyone was wrong, I had to get the right supplies. It's no secret that the greatest painters of all time like Pablo Picasso and Bob Ross used brushes made from the pubic hair of Arabian horses. And if I wanted to shock the world with my art, I knew I needed to use the best of the very best. Luckily, a friend of mine told me about a place that sold high-class art supplies, a place that most people didn't know exist, a place called Michael's.
Swag.
After coming home from Michael's, I went straight to work into creating my very own masterpiece. And my first step was putting little dots of color all over the canvas and just doing that repeatedly for multiple layers, and then using this thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a squeegee, so I had to resort to this thing right here. So after multiple layers of just painting on the canvas, I decided to just take a step back and just look into my painting and breathe in the essence of the canvas itself. And that's when I realized, oh my God, this is so emotional, very chaotic, and very in-depth. And that's exactly what I want to do with this masterpiece. A lot of painters like to give meaning to their work. And as a painter of the highest caliber imaginable, I knew I needed to do this to give it more of a oomph, you know what I'm saying? So, what is the meaning behind this masterpiece? Easy. It is clearly about depression. Yes, you heard that right, folks. You can probably tell that it's not very colorful. It's very neutral colors. And it reminds me a lot about a dark time in my life. And for that reason, I am calling this piece Depresión circa 2025. Yes, I know. Very, very deep. Very, very emotional. Am I making you cry right now, chat? Am I making you cry right now? Yes, I know, it's very deep. Now, with such a deep meaning and such a deep fucking name, I knew the price tag was elevated by at least a couple $1 million. And for that reason, Depresión circa 2025 is valued now at $10 million. Yes, $10 million. The only reason why I couldn't get the $30 million price tag was because I didn't use a squeegee, which is very unfortunate. It lost like $20 million of value right there by using a shitty construction tool. But you know, I'm still good with 10 million. Now, if anyone wants to buy this painting starting at $10 million, just comment down below. And with that being said, I'm out.